when it comes to countering drones, one country which has done it effectively turns out to be Poland, which is currently in the process of building up its first drone wall project, that is the SUN project. Now, it is being carried out by the consortium of Polish companies as well as Norwegian's Kongsberg. To discuss the project as well as the broader implications of counter defenses for the drones, we are now joined by Eirik Lie, the CEO of Kongsberg. Thank you so much for making the time to speak with us. I would like to start off with obviously the main thing, which is Poland's drone wall, the so-called drone wall, the SUN project, and Norway's contribution. What exactly is Norway doing, and how is this cooperation being carried out? What is Norway's specific contribution to the SUN project?
Yeah, you know, it's very important for Kongsberg in Norway, this cooperation between Poland and Norway. And for us as a company, Kongsberg, this is really important because I think Poland shows the way by starting on the European drone wall. And what we contribute with is the effectors in combination with sensors provided and vehicles provided by Polish industry. So we have a very tight relationship with Polish industry in this case, and we will also establish production in Poland to fulfill our commitments in this contract.
And with this established presence, to what extent do you see this cooperation potentially expanding, broadening and scaling up for potentially other applications apart from just this specific drone wall in the future?
Yeah, you know, we as a company, we have been in Poland since 2008. So we have long history working together with Polish industry and Polish authorities. So we have delivered the coastal defense system and naval strike missiles, and now also we are in delivering all the anti-drone systems. And I think that what Poland do here, utilizing EU SAFE program as one mechanism to also invite other countries to participate in this program. And that is very unique. So my thinking here is that more countries will buy into the same type of systems so that we can continue the drone wall throughout Europe.
And in terms of the potential scalability of this drone wall, we know that other countries on NATO's eastern flank, from Romania and Moldova to the Baltic countries, have also been plagued by issues of drone incursions from Russia and Ukraine over the recent months. Is this project scalable, or could this be something that you'd be looking at in the future, of scaling up and expanding operations into those countries as well?
Yeah, I think it's natural to think like that. It's definitely a scalable system so that it can be linked together, and the production is quite high, so we can produce many of the assets quite quickly. So yes, I think this can be a scalable system that could grow in the future.
And one of the things that we've also seen in recent months when it comes to the threats that countries face is the attacks on critical infrastructure. Could you just maybe explain how drone and counter-drone defenses can be used to shield critical infrastructure?
Yeah, it's natural to think like that. One thing is the border protection and that drone penetration. But you know, you have different critical infrastructure in all aspects. So protecting buildings or critical assets, you could have a drone system doing that, both for detection, but also for take down the drones coming in. But I will also add one thing. If you look at Norway, with a lot of sea around Norway, so what I expect is what you see in the air today could happen also underwater. So by surveilling the seabed, using autonomous drones, etc., that could be really important for many countries with a sea border.
And we obviously, it's not just the sea, but Norway has a very different geography to majority of Europe, let's be honest. It also comes down to altitude, for example. So when it comes to the potential applications of drones to different environments and different geographical locations, would that be a necessary adaptation that you'd also have to include, or is it transferable one-to-one?
Oh, I think it's transferable, but I also think it's necessary to do more adaptations so that it fits its purpose. But I think interchangeability is a key word here, so that we can mix and match a little bit more. So it's not a unique system that you need to buy exactly as is. That could be preferable, but at the same time it is adaptable to others.
And finally, as we move towards these discussions about the increasing use of drones across the field, whether it be the battlefield itself or whether it be the actual threats that are coming from the air to countries which are currently not at war, to what extent do you see that critical infrastructure will also be primarily the domain where drones are used for its shielding, for its protection in the future?
No, I think that's going to be very, very important going forward. So this is something we discussed with several governments, including Poland, to see how that could develop, and we could, support that as much as we can as a company.
Thank you so much. And thank you for watching from Paris for TVP World, Zuzanna, Jurek.